This next comic, another hilarious man. He runs a show called Laugh Now, Cry Later at the Lincoln Lodge every month. Please give it up for the great Rich Gomez!
Clap for me. I need the encouragement. I've been trying to work out my weird childhood. I had a lot of weird things growing up. I come from a big family, and growing up, I saw a lot of infidelity in my, I wasn't in the room, but I knew it was happening, right? And like I had an uncle once tell me that it's not cheating if you use 2 condoms. I was 10. But I want to say that I don't think it's all like his fault. I know no one wants to talk about this, but I think a big part of this it is cultural. I'm from Peru, and Peru is a country where prostitution is legal, yet everyone is married and Catholic. Some shit doesn't happen, right? Very, very, very Catholic country, conservative at first glance, but then you remember that all Catholics were kind of whores. Remember that Catholicism is the only religion where you can pretty much do whatever you want as long as you whisper it to a pedophile afterwards. Who tells you to what? Say a poem 10 times? I don't know. I don't say for that part. I just get the fuck out. My clean slate, dude. Yeah. You know what I have? I have middle of the road mental illness. And I'm also very poor, which are 2 things that are difficult to be simultaneously, because if I had more money, I could seek better treatment. But if I was more mentally ill, that treatment could be free. Like we're all like a few weird crimes away from free mental health care for life. Like if you're gonna steal something, be naked. Pills in a bed await you. Doesn't that sound nice? Pills in a bed all day long. See, these places are fantastic. I've been bouncing around from therapist to therapist though, because that shit starts to feel like a car payment, Because I don't know if you guys know this, a therapist can't give you medication. They can't even legally give you any advice. All a therapist really is a suicide goaltender. Too many times, they press a secret button and all your rights go away. I don't like that shit. Things have been kind of tough though, my dad actually had cancer for a little bit. I had to go home and take care of him. And I did see his penis. And it is bigger than mine. But that's okay, because I'm taller, so it looks worse. It is bigger than mine. It makes sense that my dad has a bigger dick than me, because he's a hoodie in the winter kind of guy. You guys have seen these guys? All winter long, just stays warm with a hoodie and the heat off his massive cock. He has back problems. I can think of one throbbing reason why. No, I think about going back to AA. I'm a little bit sober curious. I did go to AA when I was a kid, because they made me. You know who they are. Haters. I'm thinking about going back. The thing that always amazed me about those places and those people, I don't know how anyone can become addicted to alcohol and not be addicted to cocaine at the same time. That is, you did it on hard mode, you know what I mean? I feel bad, I hear some of these stories and I can't help but to think to myself, I think if he had cocaine, it would have been fine. It didn't have to be the last straw, he would have made it to the the recital, Sheila would have taken it back. The problem is that cocaine is just way too much fun. Cocaine is too fun. It's fun and all set. You guys, sexually, you guys ever have someone do cocaine off your dick? You gotta have a flat ass dick, boy, I tell you what. Who is pulling this off? Not me, says I. I point straight up, which is fine if you want to just fling cocaine into the air. It's just like wasted cocaine. My dad could probably pull it off. That's actually probably who's doing it. Now, but I'm back to more simple pleasures. I've been watching TV a lot. I got really into the show House. You guys remember that show House? Yeah. Oh my God, what a good fucking show. I like that show because it's based solely on the male fantasy, right? Because every man I know, myself included, every man I know, we want to be so good, but really just like at one thing. You know, we want to be like useful to the people around us and a good man, but really just using that one thing, so much so that we no longer have to be nice. You know, it's pretty laborious being nice for an average man, factory settings and all. But House did it. He got good at that one thing, and now it's a free-for-all for him, I swear to God. Every episode of House, it goes like this. He'll walk into the patient's room, he'll take one look at the patient, and he'll be like, oh, looks like she has a fat bitch disease. And then everyone on his team is like, yo, what the fuck, House? You can't be talking to people that way. She's a human being. But then he'll turn and be like, no, I'm serious. And then he'll get to work, he'll do an x-ray on her head, and he'll find a tumor in her brain that's like pushing on a part of her that's making her unpleasant to be around, and also pushing on a part of her that's making her overeat, and then he'll cure her. And at the end of the episode, they'll be like, how did you know, House? How did you know that she had fat bitch disease? And he'll be like, I don't know, I'm high. And that's every episode of House. It's a fantastic fucking show. I love that show. Alright, speaking of male fantasies, this next one is for the fellas. Are there any guys here tonight? Hey fellas, is it me or these girls out here straight up don't even want our nudes? Not a lot of demand for the male nude, I've noticed. Female nudes, high demand, you know, that's Disney, Nike, I don't know what's doing well, probably nothing, but the only like feedback I got from my nudes is like I got her food order wrong, but she's fine with it anyways, you know, that hurts my feelings. Dude, I thought we were in love. Fuck. Funny thing about nudes is though, no matter who you are in this room, your parents more than likely have your first ones. Don't be weird. The worst part is they think it's a big joke. They think it's like a funny little bit that they have your first nudes. You guys ever do this? You've been dating someone for a while. You want them to meet your parents, right? You bring them there. What does your mom do? She pulls out the old baby out. They have a big old laugh at your expense. I don't think that shit's very funny. One thing I am happy about though, in those pictures, I am hard. So there's that. So much worse, dude. Get out of my baby, you want me to see that shit? That's a baby penis. Anyways, I've been trying to cut out all the things that are bad for me. One thing, it makes a huge difference. Fellas, you should try it. You should quit porn, right? I think you should quit porn. It's also, it's a lot easier now that the quality of porn has really dropped off since I was a kid. You know what I mean? It's not good anymore. Anyone can pick up a camera and suddenly you're a performer. Get the fuck out of here, dude. I don't think the editors even watch it all the way through. I was watching this one pornographic piece, and in it, the male talent was foreign, which is fine. Except he kept trying to do dirty talk, right? And for some reason, after everything he said, he kept going like this. He would go, yes or no? So he was like doing his job, you know, he was like, oh, yes, 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 you are my dirty girl. Yes or no? She was all like, ah. Yeah. Oh, yes, yes, yes. You like this big cock? Yes or no? Anyways, I lost my erection, but it was funny as fuck. I'm Rich Gomez, get over here!
I'm gonna start watching. I'm gonna start watching House. That sounds amazing. All right, guys, we're down to your last